Just getting the comment thing.
Yeah, you may jump on Facebook too. And shows we are streaming on Twitch, Facebook, and now YouTube.
Nice. Settle down, but all right. Let's see.
Get my headphones on the right way. People probably thought we weren't going to show. We were just joking.
All right. Every now and then I get this comment thing to like just be the comments.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes I can't get it to work. Can't remember how to do it. Oh well.
We got one person on YouTube.
All right.
YouTube viewer. Let us know who you are in the comments. Man, I'm ready for my allergy medicine to kick in. Right. Justin, there we go. All right. We're going to wait a moment or two still, and then we'll officially get started. But
yeah, I'll do some stuff.
It'll be a short episode today due to the technical difficulties. We only have about 40 more minutes. So we got a couple people, looks like, jumping on Facebook. But we're live on Twitch, live on Facebook, live on YouTube at the moment. Got another Facebook. We're going to wait till we get to 5 total viewers. Then we will officially start. All right, we got Joe, Neil, Justin. All right, cool. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, I shared it into the discussion group.
There we go.
All right.
All right, we just need one more viewer to jump in. We'll officially start.
Now, Neil, you missed out on a good weekend.
Sure did. All right, we got our 5 viewers. We're gonna get this show on the road. We'll see you guys in just a second.
Warning. The following podcast episode is a couple of the same old jerk-offs talking about happenings in the axe-throwing world. It is meant to be informative, but can sometimes be downright boring. If you get bored, that's okay. You can stop watching, because someone else might find this informative. The opinions discussed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of our peers or any axe-throwing organization. We hope you enjoy the show.
All right, we're back. Welcome to another episode of Sit Your Axe Down. I'm Kyle. We got Lucas up there as well. We had our 5 viewers joining us a minute ago. Let's see if we've increased. Oh, heck yeah. We got 10 now. 10 viewers. Hope you all liked our new little intro sequence. I did steal a page from Pat McAfee show. Hopefully I get like a cease and desist. I think it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was just a little delayed.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully I get a cease and desist that says, hey, you guys copied off of us, because that would mean that somebody a hell of a lot more famous than any of us saw the show. But it's not likely to happen, but thought that would be fun. So thanks everybody for joining us. Like I said a moment ago, due to technical difficulties, we'll have a little shorter show. Lucas has to head out early, so we've got about 37 minutes until the show ends. So it'll be a short one. But
we can maybe do a little more. But I hope that everybody was here and saw that sweet jumper, that 3-pointer I made in this intro.
yeah, that was fun. That was at in Texas at the Jolly Good Time tournament. We were leaving the disc golf course, and Luke was like, "Whoa, stop!" And so then I drove backwards for like 50 feet to let him get out and steal that basketball from that guy shooting. And that was the first take. It was first take, Joe. First take.
First shot.
If you've seen the Pat McAfee show and you saw the NBA All-Star episode with Tyrese Halliburton, he also hit his half-court shot in the first shot, just like Lucas hit.
First try.
So. First try. That's right, Sebastian. All right, so on this episode, we're going to talk about the tournaments we missed, which is just, I mean, there's probably some more, but the two major, and I guess was ours classified as a major or tier 1?
It said tier 1 on the thing, but
tier 1, so
I don't know, we had all the major bids, so.
Yeah, and we did all the same things that a major would do in terms of added money, entries, all that good stuff. So, yeah, beer and Bullseyes, and then Worlds. We'll talk about Worlds because that's coming up in like 3 weeks. So
yeah, too soon.
Yeah, so Jolly Good Time. That was in like the last weekend or last day of February / first couple days of March in Dallas Fort Worth at Drengr or Bedford, Texas. Fun tournament. Lucas, did you happen to jot down or remember who won everything?
No idea. I can tell you.
He can tell you what he did.
Dylan won.
Yeah.
Big X.
Yeah.
I won knives.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think something that looked decent over here because I just have like crap from the escape game stuff over there, but whatever. Dylan, Big X, me knives, me hatchet.
Tyler and John Flowbros won knife duels. Got their world's bids.
Dylan and I won regular duels.
That's right. And the hatchet winner was for open was Barton.
What?
No, you.
Me.
You. Yeah, you beat Barton.
And Erica.
Yep, Erica Brennington won the AM, which is awesome. Seen a lot of female throwers kill it in these AM tournaments, which is awesome. Good to see. Yeah, so Jolly Good Time was a fun tournament. Allison and Brandon and Sam.
Yep.
Hopefully I named all three there. They always put on a good event. Allison always does way more than any of us ever deserve when we go to an event at her venues. So thank you to those guys for always putting on a good event and really supporting the throwers. It was cool. It was kind of a themed event, kind of a British theme. There were, what do they call their flag? Union Jacks. Is that right? There were British flags hanging everywhere, and Allison made this awesome trophy holder for their trophies that they had, the little pins.
They were little medallions. They were like awards.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. Maybe we'll try and get a picture of it sometime and show you guys. But unless you were there, then you know what it looks like. But Jolly Good Time was a good event. Texas was cool because it was warm.
Was pretty warm.
Pretty warm. So very comfortable. We got some disc golf in. Actually, I think all the disc golf that was in the opening sequence there was all there. So like Tyler throwing his backhand and Lucas and Money Matt doing their rock, paper, scissors. That was all done there. We did a lot of disc golf there, but yeah, good event.
There were a lot of new throwers, first time throwers.
Yeah.
As well that I met. So like Brent Fletcher that's in the comments there, pretty new thrower. One of his, I think it was his first tournament. Did really well too. He got a AM bid.
Yeah. Was it third or fourth that he finished in?
Something like that. Yeah. One of those. But yeah, it was cool that, the sport is still growing. There are still new throwers. Kind of like this weekend, we got to see an up and coming thrower that, we that just hasn't had exposure to tournaments and stuff just yet. But it's cool to see those people, still exist that are, joining and getting the chance to go out and compete.
Yeah, for sure. And I wish I would have taken more notes. Wish we would have did a podcast a little closer to Jolly Good Time so we could have given you more details. But the most recent tournament that literally just ended like 2 days ago, that was Beer and Bullseyes, which was taking the place of the canceled Keystone tournament. So we jumped in short notice. Had a really good turnout. As did Drengr. Drengr had a good turnout as well. But we had. Sorry, my mic cord was stuck on something. How many total did we have?
Like individual throwers, I think it was like almost 80.
80. That's yeah, that's awesome. We had enough Big Axe throwers to do 2 brackets for Big Axe, which was cool.
Yeah, it was right on
43. Yeah. So
yeah.
But made it move quicker, which was nice. He didn't have really anybody waiting. How are you, Uncle Pete?
Yeah, it was it made it to where it's better for the throwers if you're close to that split. If you're between 40 and 50 and you have 5 or 6 lanes, it's better to just do
2
it's
brackets.
better to just do 2 brackets for the thrower. It doesn't really save any time overall. But for the thrower, it makes it to where you don't have to sit as long, especially that first sit of like a bye and practice throws and all of that.
Yeah, that definitely cuts down on the time for the thrower. So that was a good thing. But we started off Thursday with some team skills, which was good. Yeah, we did our first team skills event too at Drengr. We could talk about that a little bit here in a bit, after we talk about the tournament. But team skills was fun. A couple teams in that. Some people in the comments as well participated, so we'll talk about that here in a bit. So then we rolled into Friday late early evening with what did we do first? Knife. We did knife.
Yes, first.
You finished first in knife.
Correct.
Could have read the checkbook in. I could have had all this information.
Second place was Jeremy Hanna.
Jeremy, and then Tyler.
And then third place was Tyler. So I don't know exactly like what supersedes what, but either Jeremy Hanna got his bid there and then it opened up another spot from the leaderboard, or Jeremy already had his from the leaderboard, and I don't know who got the bid then.
Yeah, it would have been nice if, since the season ended on the 17th, which was the Sunday before, it would have been nice to have had that, leaderboard bid thing out of the way. There were quite a few throwers who mentioned like, when is WKTL going to release those bids? Because like that definitely would make an effect, because we did have a knife bid. We had a knife duels bid. In my opinion, I don't know if this is how it's going to go. In my opinion, a tournament bid should trump the leaderboard bid. So Jeremy, in my opinion, should get the bid from the tournament, and then the leaderboard bid should go to somebody else.
I mean,
but who
I
knows?
was the other way around, that the season had already ended, so he already had one.
That's true too.
Go to the person at the tournament, but
yeah, that could be that's a good way to look at it as well.
So yeah, I don't know which way it worked. We'll have to find out for sure for that one. But after that was knife duels.
Yep. And we finally pulled our heads out of our ass and both threw well.
Yeah, I also don't know about that one. There could have been a bid to somebody else, because I would imagine Jeremy and Mike finished top 10.
No, according to Jeremy, they did not.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I guess we got the bid.
Yeah, we got the bid. Yeah.
But they might have. I didn't know if they also had gotten one. But they didn't.
No, I asked afterwards, and
okay.
But yeah, we finally. Let's see, the first tournament. Actually, we didn't throw bad at the first tournament. In Arizona.
No, Justin and Joe.
These two guys just decided they were gonna hit like every kill shot that existed to beat us. And then where was the next one? Oh, the President's Day. Yeah, the President's Day tournament. I forgot how to throw knives completely, which cost us. And then in Texas, you had a little bit of an issue in that first game, and then who's that in the background?
Oh, Mason.
Mason, join us.
He's just looking around. Laying down now.
And then Texas first match was rough. We kind of figured it out a little bit, but then didn't last long. Lasted like one game. And then we put everything together in Murfreesboro, and and then Jeremy and Mike finished second, and then Reese and Colton.
Yeah, Reese and Colton finished third. Split.
Yeah, I got a feeling Reese qualified in knife for Worlds, right?
Well, if the bids are
no. This for in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
She's throwing knives really well right now. I mean, not that she hasn't always thrown knives really well, but she's throwing really good right now.
Yeah.
So Reese is gonna be scary.
She was my first match. She did really well.
Yeah.
In just regular knives, not duels. But all right. So after knife duels, that was Friday.
Saturday morning we had AM. And like Lucas said earlier, we got to Lucas. So one of the things that happened for Beer and Bullseyes, and why we had so many throwers sign up, was that Lucas literally recruited. Like, he went up and down the leaderboard and invited people from the leaderboard who should be going to tournaments, and just a simple, you say, like, you should come to the tournament.
I also was realistic about things. Like, I didn't invite people that were super far away that had never been to a tournament type of thing. I was primarily focusing on people that go to a lot of tournaments and people that were within driving distance at a certain point, just because it was shorter notice. But yeah, I would just message people and let them know, like, hey, we're having a tournament in Murfreesboro. Send them the poster. Like, it'd be awesome to see you there.
Yeah, and so we saw the name on the leaderboard, Hagen Gooden.
Yeah, he had
looked up the venue.
I hadn't seen that yet. He actually just sent me a friend request.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had sent me a friend request on Facebook. I saw it. His profile picture is him holding a check, and it says, like, won money at this axe throwing tournament. And I was like, oh, cool. I don't know who that is, but I clicked on his profile and saw that he lived somewhere in Kentucky, and I was like,
Corbin.
cool, I'll just send him an invite.
Yeah, and that's pretty close. It's about smack dab in between one of my venues in Indiana and Lucas's venue by about, I think, an hour and 40 minutes or something like that. And Hagen, when you said I think when you told me that he was a kid, I anticipated that he was like a driving age teenager, high school, getting ready to go to college kid. Not someone who just turned 13. So like this was a young kid who's high on the leaderboard, and his mom gave him permission to go. Mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, or at least I think there were 2 grandmas maybe there, or maybe it was just mom and dad, and there were just some older ladies who were watching. I'm not 100% certain, but Hagen had good support, and he killed it. I mean, he didn't miss a center bullseye. Let's see here. Until his 5th match, which would have been 2, 4, 6. Until his 10th game in 5 matches. He hit every single center bullseye until there was a foot fault called that just got in his head. And it was very obvious that got in his head because he started struggling, and that was his 2nd loss was in that game. But Hagen killed it. It was not only his first like tournament outside of his venue. It was the first time he ever threw on the new target.
Yeah, he had 35% bullseyes, which is like the, I don't know, like 2nd highest. The only person that had higher bullseyes there were two people that had slightly higher, and they were Adam Eberhart from my venue and Sam Smith from my venue. And Sam got 2nd in the tournament.
Yeah, Hagen finished tied for 7th. Yeah, Sam's first match was Hagen.
And Hagen had 2 bullseyes that were possible.
Yeah.
So he threw amazing. I think everybody was super impressed to see how well he was throwing. He was almost 50% on his kill shots, 5 for 11 on those, and yeah, it was encouraging to see youth throwing as well as he was, especially with as little experience as he's had so far.
Yeah, so Lucas talked to his mom, Nellie, before, and because he's youth, he's allowed to have like counsel, essentially. And so we went to his matches and made sure that he, had assistance, and if he needed, help deciding whether or not to call a second, and stuff like that. But he really, he did well on his own, and he, I think it was the match right before he got knocked out. In game 2, he was down, and I think he was down by like 1, and his opponent called his opponent said he would do whatever he wanted to do. Whether you want to go up, you want to stay down, I'll do whatever you want to do. And he turned and kind of looked at me, and I said, whatever you want to do, don't feel pressured, whatever you feel most comfortable, because really he'd been hitting his bullseye just fine. And he turned around and he was like, I'm going to crush this kill shot. I was like, okay, cool, do it. And he did. He smoked an 8. I'm pretty sure. Do you have the stats pulled up still? What was his 8s on his kill shots? Does it show that?
He had 3 8s and 2 6s.
So three out of his 5 kill shots were straight down the middle. So kid did awesome, and it was cool cool that he had his own little group of people who had realized after like his second game that this was going to be exciting to watch, and they followed him around to the game, and everyone was giving him, fist bumps and support, and it was really, really cool to watch. So hopefully we can. I think his mom said they're going to try to come out to Tulsa to watch Worlds. So that'll be cool, and hopefully we can get him to some more tournaments. So.
Yep. But the winner of the AM tournament was Vinny Festa. People were saying that was his first win.
Yeah, win six games.
6 games with Sam Smith, who ended up taking second. Sam did drop down to the B bracket, play Wade, and then brought his way back up, and then brought it all the way to the last throw. And then in third place was Wade Pettis, who also received a AM bid, and then Jeff Culp got 4th place. I believe it was also Jeff's first tournament as well, on a fairly new
awesome.
Maybe not his first like travel tournament. He might have done something local or something like that, but one of his earliest tournaments. He hasn't been throwing for very long, so I think that was cool to see those 4 up there. And then after that was open hatchet. Trying to remember what 3rd and 4th were.
4th, you mean 2nd, 3rd?
Well, any of them. All right, so I got first. Justin Reese got second.
Joe.
And third was
Joe.
Where's the B bracket? Oh, okay, there
it was Joe, because you played Joe, I think, in the A finals.
Yeah, and then Joe dropped down, so Joe got third, and Sean Daniels got 4th. Sean Daniels was on fire from 15 foot with 1.5. So that was cool to see. He was crushing it when I watched a couple of his games. Justin super consistent from the back, and Joe obviously did really well as well, because it looks like I think he played Justin earlier in the day and beat him, and then made his way to the A final. But Justin got a little revenge on him in the B final.
Yep, that was Saturday. And then Sunday. Sunday we started with Big Axe. I don't remember who got second, third.
Tyler got second, and third was John.
Yep. That's right. Yep, and then first place, Lucas again.
Yeah, I won.
So in case anybody hasn't realized, that's 4 wins so far. Right?
Yeah. And apparently I knocked Justin into B.
Not. Oh.
Whoops.
So it was Lucas and Justin in the A finals?
No, it was Joe. I played both of them.
Oh.
Justin was on my side. I forgot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Lucas up until this point has won every discipline. Going into the finals, which is duels, Hayden made it for the tournament. So we have Brown Johnson throwing in duels, and who finished third in duels?
Third was Thaddeus. Don't Tell Wes.
That's right. Don't Tell Wes. Thaddeus and Jeb finished third. And then the finals was Flo Bros and Brown Johnson. And it went...
Spoiler alert, we did not win.
Yeah, it went 5 games though, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 5 games. And Flow Bros got in the way of the sweep. But I will say Tyler and John were throwing stupid good. Not that you and Hayden weren't, but Tyler picked up that 8-3-6-5 to throw bulls with, and they just weren't missing. And threw the rain axe for his kills, and he did miss one early on in the day where he missed at 64, but they did throw a 64 in the game against me and Brian. I think like 2 games. Well, the game I think before your guys' A finals, and then they just didn't seem to miss.
Yeah, there
against
were.
you guys.
A lot of people were throwing really well.
Yeah.
Duels is the one discipline that got easier.
Got easier or stayed the same?
The rules stayed the same, but everybody got better, and it's just touch now. So
That's true.
the target got bigger, essentially. And yeah, I mean, I just think it's the easiest one to be competitive at currently, if you've been throwing already.
Yeah.
So I do have to remember I gotta remember what overtime rules are for 2023. You just stay now, right? It was 22 where you were like switching targets if everybody hit, or switching sides if everybody hit.
Shoot, that's another thing. I kind of forgot that we should probably go back and look at 2023 rules, but
yeah,
I'm pretty positive, not like 99% positive. That's right. We stay in the same kills, and the same person can take both, and you don't
John and Kyle Duff tied for 5th. John won. We forgot to mention tied for 5th
in Hatchet
because they got paid. They got monies.
Yeah, that's right. John beat me in the game before to go to the check round.
Ooh, he told you.
He did.
In your face, Kyle.
He did. Yeah, that kind of segues into the next thing, which is Worlds. So Beer and Bullseyes was a good event. Thankful to all the people who signed up and came out on short notice, and it was a good event. And our next Throw Pros tournament is in June.
Yep, in Denver.
Yukonics are Westminster.
Yep. Yeah, it was for this tournament. And so typically I've been able to secure some sponsors and things for tournaments, but just didn't really have the time to get that for Beers and Bullseyes. But we still had an $11,000 prize pool.
Yeah.
So definitely not a small tournament in that respect. So it was good.
Good event.
So appreciate everybody that signed up and came out and made it happen.
All right, so we got about 10 more minutes. Let's talk about WAKTC. Coming up in 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks. 3 weeks, and I'm gone for 2 of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, in case anybody is not aware, Lucas and Hayden were real mad not to get that sweep, and so they were planning their practice sessions for when he comes back in 2 weeks, and they're doing 2-a-days.
2-a-days.
2-a-days for the entire week. So
8 a.m., 8 p.m.
We're screwed. Aaron, I don't know. That's a good question. Lucas, any tournaments in Murfreesboro second half of the year? Maybe, possibly. Depends on how the other tournaments go, maybe. I mean, we can always, now that we know, we can maybe pick up a tournament in the middle if somebody decides not to have one. We have a plan. We have a plan for that now. So we have a tournament plan, normal. We have a last second tournament plan for Throw Pro, so we're in good shape. But yeah, Worlds. 3 weeks. The 17th. All right.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Almost the 20th is all I know. Somewhere around there.
18th, 19th, 20th, 21st. 18th is Thursday.
Big Axe Duels.
Big Axe Duels, yeah. At the meet and greet, Big Axe Duels. Then the real tournament starts Friday.
Did they do the signups for that?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know that I'm hoping it's not closed.
I don't think they did.
I think they did. I think there's a thing in the portal. Yeah, I'm about 95% positive.
All right. Well, maybe I signed up. I'm pretty sure I did.
I did not.
Well,
yeah. Well, I mean, I haven't talked to Ryan in a little bit, so
plenty of time. 3 more days.
Up until the 29th. Thank you. Yeah, I need to probably talk to Ryan, see what he's doing. He may already have somebody in mind, but yeah. What do you think? You ready? Other than duels, since you got to practice.
No, I'm not ready at all.
Yeah.
I probably won't focus much on knives. I would like to throw some hatchet though. Just try to get used to standing there and aiming at the same thing 8 times in a row.
So, your opinion on hatchet? You think we'll see like the highest average score of any tournament to date?
I don't know. I think that's how it should be, because it's a year, out from the last thing. And
I mean, those people who haven't been throwing on the new target, who have just been focusing on 2023 target, are going to be better. The people who've been throwing on 2024 target at the smaller bullseyes, it's going to have bettered their accuracy at the center, as long as they stay focused.
Yeah.
We've been aiming at smaller kill shots at the top, so in theory, should be better.
I haven't been aiming at smaller kills.
What do you mean?
I still just aim for the whole kill. If it goes in the little part, then that's good.
Well, sure, but when you're looking at it, you just see a little blue dot.
I see that black ring around it.
No, that's why I color it red.
And I gotta walk up there every time.
Barely see it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be interested to see how it goes. I'll draw a couple of boards with normal size kills and try to get used to it again. I think the focus thing will be the hardest thing for me.
Sure.
But hopefully I can kind of find that again. So we'll see.
What about Big X?
I don't know, hit or miss. I've been throwing one way for a long time. Threw differently this weekend. Seemed to help. So we'll see. Yeah,
the one thing I noticed when you were throwing other big axes, the Night of Skills, was that the axes never landed like how your axe normally lands. I mean, you did have that little flare thing that happens every once in a while, but yeah, then you went right back to yours and you just like splitting everything.
Hard for me to switch to something else. It just takes me a while to get comfortable with any new axe, so I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna keep throwing mine.
Yeah. If it's not broke, it's not broke, don't fix it. Yeah. Although you did have to fix it.
Maybe I could do what Smith did to his Flying Fox and Ace of Spades. And I can just add a little bit of metal on the bottom of my
grossly modified.
I'll make it pretty so it's not gross. But yeah, that's the only thing I'm really missing. The only reason I would want to switch, I mean, I like the handle I have and everything, so.
Yeah. All right, we got a couple quick minutes left before we gotta cut out, so Lucas can go. But team skills, we've done 2 events now. The trying to figure out, so we've had a good number of teams just for like time and speed and stuff like that. I think we had 6 teams in Texas. We had 4 teams in Murfreesboro. Murfreesboro we did not even actually like advertise
It was
so
on Thursday too, so it was a whole day before the tournament.
yeah.
So
So when we do our next one, I don't know necessarily for sure in Denver. Jason had mentioned trying to maybe do one at some point at Worlds.
pass.
I don't know that there is a pro league anymore.
I think that even if there is or isn't, I would say soon.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it would be like people who finish in the top 128 or something.
Yeah,
like
I do
that.
think they should announce that though, so that there's no question for those people near the bottom, and
Yeah, that would make sense.
Question if they get a second one, like then they know that they earned their bid. Brent, are all disciplines just as important for me, or do I focus on a certain one more than others? So for the US Open in 2022, I did not get a hatchet bid originally. And so I spent a lot of time just focusing on knives. But other than that, I haven't typically focused on any one discipline. But I would say that I'm trying to, I would graciously trade any of the other disciplines for a 4th duels title. I'd love to still throw really well in the other things, but if I, throw well in those things and whatever, and we still win duels, then that's fine. But that would be.
So I've always thought about it this way too, with you especially, and I try to emulate this as much as I can. But like, your throw is identical. I mean, outside of the step in Big X, but your throw is identical in every discipline.
Yeah, step and Big X and grip and knife are the 2 differences I really have.
It's only a slight difference. Your follow through is the same.
Yeah, I mean, just very slight. So those are the things that I think help make it easier for me to not have to focus on one thing, because if I'm doing something with my throw, it kind of affects all of them.
Yeah, the muscle memory that you have built up is great. But I think even more than focusing on the disciplines, I think for you, what's different compared to other people is like what's between here. I mean, you can focus on all the disciplines, but not focusing on what's between your ears is that's the difference between.
That's the toughest part.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
For real. Colton says it's still called that in the rules, so I guess there is a pro league.
Yeah. I just mean like not in the same sense that like that it once was. I mean, it's really just it'll just likely end up being the top 128 because they didn't force us to do anything different than anybody else this year outside of literally just finishing the top 128.
But I'm sure they'll announce it soon if that is the case. And Kyle, thanks for making the trip, Kyle Duff. We had a handful of Florida throwers, so appreciate Florida for showing up as well.
Yeah. Sean, thanks for showing up late to the party. But once
I'm not talking about how you suck at 1.5 and got 4th place.
Yeah, once we end everything, it should post the video up there. So anybody who did miss or showed up late, you can jump back to the beginning. Hopefully you enjoyed our new intro sequence. Stealing a page out of the Pat McAfee book, but and some of the axe throwing trolls comments on Facebook over the past couple of months. So hope you guys enjoy that. But Lucas, you gotta take off.
Yeah, I gotta go to my real job. So.
Sounds like a plan. All right, guys. Thanks everybody for joining us. We will try to do. Maybe we'll do like a pre-worlds thing. Maybe in between Lucas and Hayden's 2-a-days during their training sessions. We can see if we can get an interview in before them. But yeah, until next time.
We'll be lucky if we practice twice.
Twice every day the week before.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll be lucky if we practice twice a day. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll try and do something. We might bring our stuff to Tulsa. We could maybe do something there on Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah. I mean, really for this, we just need the mics and camera and computer. That's it. So, but yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
All right. Adios.